Hello, Jayhawks. After what felt like too long away, Run It Back is back. I'm your host, Jamison Mangold, and I'm excited to get this show started this semester. We're kicking off our first show with a packed episode to help catch you up since we last saw you. Starting in the KU world with basketball, hockey, and track. Then heading to the pros, we have UFC and NBA, and more. And finally, we will wrap up everything with a look at college game day and a showcase of some of our very own skills. All right now on Run It Back. To start us out today, we'd like to recognize Kansas Volleyball's assistant coach, Erica Nassar, who was just named the 2025-2026 ABIS Women's Volleyball Coaches Watch List for helping to bring KU Volleyball to the next level. Jumping over to KU Basketball with Luke and Alex with the upcoming and previous games, I'd first like to take a moment to celebrate big wins from the past couple weeks as Kansas defended our title as the best Kansas school when both men and women's teams took down the K-State Wildcats in big wins. After basketball, we're headed to what some might call a heated rivalry. KU hockey team faced off against Mizzou on the rink this past weekend. We'll be headed to Tyler soon with them. Next, track has been looking to start their spring season out strong, and they have done just that in a big invitational at Manhattan this past weekend. Xander is taking a look. Finally, wrapping up all things KU, Mia is here to serve us some tennis updates. First, Luke, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Jamison. On Saturday, KU took on BYU in a highly anticipated matchup. Fans were pumped, and the atmosphere inside Allen Fieldhouse was absolutely electric. Lots of KU legends were in the building, and ESPN dubbed this as the game of the year. While both teams were highly ranked and it was going to be a great game, the main focus was on one storyline. The highly anticipated matchup of the number 1 and 2 prospects, Darren Peterson and AJ DeBonsa. The game was not the first time they matched up, as they have plenty of history with one another. When Peterson was with Prolific Prep his senior year, he matched up against AJ's Utah Prep. When the game was over, DP came out on top with 58 points compared to DeBonsa's 49. When we looked at how the two played, it was obvious Peterson outplayed AJ. The freshman from BYU came into the game averaging 23.6 points, but went without scoring for the first 13 minutes of the game. However, he found his flow and scored 17 in the game on 6 for 12 shooting. The number 1 prospect, Darren Peterson, proved why he was the number 1 prospect, as he scored with ease and took complete control of the game. He made everything look easy and showed he's capable of doing just about anything on the basketball court. The highlight of the night was when DP threw down a vicious dunk and played it off like it was an everyday occurrence. Peterson ended the game with 18 points in 20 minutes. Unfortunately, the excitement of the game dwindled a bit as DP left the game with 17 minutes left in the second half due to cramping. While that ended the AJ versus DP matchup for the night, scouts still saw what they came to see, as the two provided great entertainment and flashed crazy potential. The health of Darren Peterson continues to be a question as he exited yet another game with cramping. However, if he can stay healthy, he will most likely be the number 1 pick. While DP and AJ drama was the main focus of the night, there was still a game to be played. The number 14th ranked KU pulled out a 90-82 win over the 13th ranked BYU. In the first half, the Jayhawks were unbelievable to watch, and they played like a true title contending team. They led by 20 at half. Bryson Tiller was excellent as he tallied 21 points on 8 for 13 from the field. With the win against BYU, the Jayhawks improved to 16-5 and will look to continue their 5-game winning streak tonight against Texas Tech. That's all from me. Now I'm going to hand it off to Alex for KU women's basketball.
Thanks, Luke. We're not done talking about basketball yet. The Kansas women's basketball team played again yesterday at Allen Fieldhouse in a thrilling game, but they lost to Colorado in an overtime by a score of 69-66. After losing to TCU 79-77 last Thursday, this was Kansas's second one-possession loss in just over a week. This shows how little room for error the Jayhawks have had lately. Kansas showed resilience down the stretch, knocking down 4 free throws in the final 39 seconds of regulation to force overtime. But in the extra period, Colorado edged KU 15-12 to secure the win. Nichols led the Jayhawks with 22 points, attacking the basket and drawing fouls. She made 12 of 14 free throws. Davis added 14 points and 6 rebounds before fouling out, and Evans added 12 points and a season-high 9 rebounds to the effort. It was a defensive-heavy game for both teams. Kansas shot just under 36% from the field and turned the ball over a season-high 25 times. After the game, head coach Brandon Schneider stressed the importance of discipline, saying that Kansas can't let opponents go to the free throw line almost 40 times, especially at home. Kansas is now 13-10 overall and 3-8 in Big 12 play, while Colorado is now 15-7. The Jayhawks will try to bounce back as they continue their 3-game homestand. They will host BYU at Allen Fieldhouse this Wednesday night. Now, from the court to the ice, here is Tyler to tell us about the exciting KU versus Mizzou hockey matchup.
They should expect our best. Honestly, this is, like I said, this is the game we prep for all season long. I think they should expect real Jayhawk hockey, the best we have to offer.
I mean, of course, it's a different game for sure. Everyone on both sides of the team want to bring their all, want to bring especially the physical aspect of the game.
From the start of the puck drop, you just feel like everyone's out there. They want to make things happen.
Expect the best game you're going to see all year. Like, we're leaving it all out there.
Prove that KU hockey is the superior team. Just like do anything I can to make sure that we're coming out victorious. A hard physical game, close game. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be competitive. Come out and take it. Basically, is what it is.
Oh, it's crazy. We get crowds like none of the other games during the season.
Once a year, you got back-to-back games full of a stadium of 2,000 people, sold-out crowd.
Getting a packed crowd at Blue Hawk, it's unreal. Real stadium pulse. Like the fan and the support, it means the world to all of us. I know that.
Knowing that the whole place is just sold out is just it's a surreal feeling that you probably don't get to experience many more times.
Making sure that you funnel all that energy into excitement, making sure that we're getting hyped for the right reason and not letting the nerve get to us. It's a lot harder than it seems.
Yeah, kind of just like staying excited, staying on my toes. Don't be getting in your head about it, and just be ready to go with the boys. Spend a lot of time with guys, prepare, and just lean on each other, you know?
There's some jitters, right? There's a little bit of that nervousness of like this is probably the biggest game of the year. That affects your game a little bit, but honestly, I think it turns more into excitement once the puck drops.
Kind of super cool the 1 week a year that you know, kind of like I said, batten down the hatches, be ready to go, and mentally prepare for it. Super entertaining game, man. We're gonna skate, try our hardest, and it'll definitely be intense, super physical, but yeah, super entertaining. Definitely a ticket.
Well, Tyler, that was a rough outing for Kansas in the border war, but at least one rivalry went the Jayhawks' way as the Kansas track and field team traveled to Manhattan for the second time in just 2 weeks to compete in the DeLoss Dodds Invitational. The Jayhawks took on a host of schools, including the in-state rival Kansas State Wildcats. By the meet's end, the Jayhawks had set 2 school records, won 4 events outright, and totaled 21 podium finishes. Starting with our new school record holders, John Swabick scored an astounding 5,584 points for a victory in the men's heptathlon, while Aaliyah Moore recorded a time of 2 minutes and 46 seconds for a second-place finish in the women's 1,000-meter run. In the men's mile run, Hobbs Campbell scored a win in the open race with a time of 4 minutes and 6 seconds, while Quentin Wallian ran even faster than that to secure a win in the invite at 4 minutes flat. KU men's pole vault snagged the top 3 spots, with Ashton Barkdale just barely edging out Anthony Meacham for first place after clearing 5.62 meters for a meet record. Last but not least for the first place finishers is Mason Minershagen, who won the World Athletics Bronze Tour women's pole vault as Kansas's only competing athlete in the category. Additional second place finishers include Taylor Klein in the men's heptathlon, Pearl Awanya in the women's 400-meter dash, Reagan Cabet for the men's mile run, Ryo Higuchi in the men's mile run invite, Barbara Steshvova in the women's weight throw, Madison Snowdy in the women's pole vault, and Corey Randall in the women's triple jump. The Jayhawks will look to continue their success when they travel to Ames, Iowa for the ISU Classic this Friday. To keep up with the track and field team, make sure to follow them on X and Instagram at KansasTFXC. Now, let's head over to Mia, who's going to serve us with the latest on KU tennis.
Thanks, Xander. Now we're going to dash past the track and head straight to the courts for a KU tennis update. Today we are highlighting KU women's tennis and their 3-1 start to the 2026 season. Just yesterday, the Jayhawks fell to number 21 Clemson, losing their first match of the season in a 4-1 match on Sunday afternoon at the Jayhawk Tennis Center. For the first time this season in doubles action, Kansas dropped 2 matches to give Clemson the doubles point. Junior Kyoka Kubo and senior Janse van Verden were able to seize a win on one court as they defeated Clemson's Jade Groen and Renan Okuwaki 6-2 to move on to a record of 4-0 on their doubles season. In singles, Kubo was able to lead the team to its only point of the day, defeating Groen 6-1, 6-2. An exciting win for Kubo as she moves on to be 4-0 on the season in singles play as well. Kansas falls to 3-1 on the season while Clemson moves on to 6-1 on the year. Rewinding to Friday afternoon, the Jayhawks took on Nebraska and battled for a tough 4-1 win over the Huskers that evening. You could feel the tension on the court as the Jayhawks kept commanding leads in both doubles and singles performances. Kansas got off to a strong start by taking the doubles point, forcing Nebraska to respond in singles. Although Nebraska fought back with one singles win, the various singles victories from Kansas, including clutch performances from Kubo, Aristin Bekova, and Putilina, secured the Kansas victory. Being a native Nebraskan myself, this was a true internal rivalry to watch, but I was thrilled to see the Hawks walk away with the win over the Huskers to showcase the grit and talent this team has. I know I'm excited to keep up with the team as they will face Wichita State next on February 8th. Stay tuned for more sports after the break.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Heading to the pros, these athletes, while still in college, are looking to make it big time and are the best of the best. John's taking us to look at the JD Senior Bowl from this past weekend. Then UFC is still going strong. Mike is looking at the matchups from Saturday. The Pro Bowl will be taking place tomorrow, so as one of the last football events of the season, Landon will be giving us a preview. And then Zach is shooting us some much-needed NBA updates. But first, let's head to John.
Thank you. The East-West Shrine Bowl took place last Wednesday, and if you watched, you would have seen some familiar faces. KU legend Jalen Daniels got to don the blue helmet one last time, as well as his go-to target this year, Emmanuel Henderson. It was a great chance for Jalen and Emmanuel to showcase their talents before pro days and combine events begin. The pre-draft process for both players seems to be starting off hot. As we saw in the prep for the game, both Jalen and Emmanuel met with execs from a multitude of teams across the league. Both Emmanuel and Jalen had official meetings with the Minnesota Vikings. In the game itself, Jalen had himself a day with 2 touchdowns, one through the air and one with his legs in classic JD6 fashion, to put the East on the board before halftime. Emmanuel got to represent for the Jayhawks as a receiver for the West team as they got to face off against each other for the first time. This was not only a huge opportunity for Daniels and Henderson, but an amazing opportunity for the Jayhawks as this showcases to recruits where our program could take them. Since Leipold's hiring, he has had 5 players in the Shrine Bowl. The Jayhawk population is growing in the NFL, and we are so excited and proud of our Jayhawk representatives at the game. Now on to Michael. What's the biggest takeaway from the Octagon recently?
It feels so good to be back, and with UFC's recent move to Paramount Plus, these last few cards have been incredible. Saturday night's UFC 325 absolutely packed a punch with some great fights. The recent move to Paramount has proved itself to be an absolute success, making the sport more accessible than ever and pulling in millions of viewers every card. Getting right into it, we had 2 of the big fellas, Tuivasa versus TX Area, in a heavyweight battle where after 3 full rounds, they about fell asleep in the octagon. TX Area ended up taking it home with a unanimous decision, sweeping the judges' cards, winning all 3 rounds. The heavyweight division just seems like cardio to these guys as they run out of steam real quick. This division has been lacking lately, and I'm looking forward to the heavyweight division returning to its glory. We had a lightweight matchup between Dan Hooker and possibly the greatest name in all of sports, Benoit Saint-Denis, who overtook Hooker with a second-round TKO. Benoit improves his record to 17-3-0 and continues to climb the ranks in the lightweight division. With Dustin Gaethje off an electric win over Paddy Pimblett, I think Benoit versus Dustin could be a great lightweight matchup for an upcoming card. However, the main event, defending featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski took on number 2 ranked Diego Lopez, and after 5 hard-fought rounds, after unanimous decisions, still the featherweight champion of the world, Volkanovski defended his title with a whopping 98 significant strikes. That makes 2 straight title defenses against Diego in 1 year. Who knows, maybe we'll see them go at it again sometime soon. Well, as the UFC enters the Paramount era, it has been nothing short of amazing with 2 fantastic cards to start off the new year. However, these fighters aren't the only ones showing off their skills lately, as Landon is going to break down this upcoming Pro Bowl skill show.
That's right, Michael. This year, the NFL has decided to change the format of the Pro Bowl games once again, and to be honest, I'm not liking it. The Pro Bowl games hosted in San Francisco will be a one-night-only event, and for some reason, it's on a Tuesday. The games will include a mix of relay races and skill challenges, followed by a flag football game that will be coached by 49ers legends Jerry Rice and Steve Young. As much as I want to say I'm excited for the Pro Bowl, I'm not. Over the past few years, it's felt like the Pro Bowl has lost its meaning. To be considered a Pro Bowler used to mean you were an elite talent in the league. Now we have guys like Shedeur Sanders and Joe Flacco representing the AFC. That's not to be a dig at Sanders or Flacco, but when you have a guy who throws for only 1,400 passing yards getting over an MVP finalist in Trevor Lawrence, it just adds to the mockery of these games. Now, I understand the safety risk of a meaningless game, and don't get me wrong, I love these little relay races and games. I mean, those boys are moving. But you used to have grown men putting their lives on the line for the Pro Bowl. Shout out Sean Taylor, rest in peace. I guess what I'm trying to get at is good things don't last forever. I miss the neon green jerseys and the orange jerseys. I miss when guys got flown out to Hawaii and went 100% in a full padded football game. But it's unfortunate that it's just not that way, and it's not just me who feels that way. The Pro Bowl has seen a significant loss in viewership over the past few years. Last year alone, the Pro Bowl saw ratings go down by over 1 million viewers, and it's only going to keep getting worse if the NFL doesn't take it seriously. It's really only a matter of time before the Pro Bowl games are abolished as a whole. We're now going to take you over to Zach, who's got an update on the NBA season. How's it going?
Thank you, Landon. It is a huge week in the NBA world. The NBA trade deadline is this Thursday, February 5th. Compared to last year, the trade season has been very uneventful, highlighted only by 2 star player trades. The Atlanta Hawks trading star point guard Trae Young to the Washington Wizards, and the Cleveland Cavaliers trading small forward DeAndre Hunter to the Sacramento Kings for point guard Dennis Schroeder. The biggest thing on everyone's mind as the trade deadline nears is where is Giannis Antetokounmpo going to end up? The former MVP officially requested a trade from the Milwaukee Bucks less than a week ago. ESPN has the Portland Trail Blazers, the Golden State Warriors, and the Detroit Pistons as the teams with the easiest ways to make a trade for Giannis. The teams that have the best odds to get Giannis in a trade are the Golden State Warriors, the Chicago Bulls, and the New York Knicks. According to ESPN's Shams Charania, there have already been multiple aggressive offers to the Bucks for Giannis that include former All-Star players and a plethora of first-round draft picks. However, Giannis was placed on the Bucks IR in late January for a right calf strain, making the injury another thing teams have to keep in mind. There are multiple rumors and theories about where the All-Star will end up, but for now, only time will tell as time keeps ticking away on this year's NBA trade season. Now, let's pass it on back to Jameson after this quick break.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new bike share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
As we look forward to the Pro Bowl this week, there's also a major football event we, of course, couldn't forget. That's right, Super Bowl Sunday is right around the corner, so our roundtable is making its predictions. There's never a dull moment here at KU, and while Allen Fieldhouse's environment is already electric, it was amplified Saturday as ESPN's College Game Day made its appearance. So I'm taking you along with me. Finally, we have to give ourselves a chance to show off our athletic abilities. So to wrap things up, our crew took to the field in its very own Pro Bowl.
Thank you, Jameson, and welcome back to Run It Back Roundtable. I'm Patrick Marks, of course, joined by Jimmy Adeniran and Xander Loosefelt. We're here to give you our predictions, thoughts, and opinions for this Super Bowl. Jimmy, we'll go to you first. Who do you got winning this game?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Patriots. I think for the Seahawks, this is the best defense they have played in the whole playoffs, so I'm going to go with them. Also, I'm not a huge believer in Sam Darnold, even though he did play well against the Rams. I think the Patriots defense is just a lot better than the Rams defense, so I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have said it any better myself, Jimmy. I'm 100% taking the Patriots. I mean, we've seen Drake May make game-winning plays. He did it against the Broncos with the game on the line. Drake May called his own number, ran the ball, took it all the way against the Broncos defense, got the first down, picked up the win, took his team to the Super Bowl. And we can't forget, what happened last time. Game on the line, Seahawks, what do? They throw the ball at the 1-yard line. Malcolm Butler gets the game-winning interception, and I think we see something pretty similar here happening, honestly. I think it comes down to the last second, and the Patriots, once again, steal the game from the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate. I'm going to have the Seahawks win this one 31-20. I mean, I think the Patriots, we've all seen, they've been going against extremely weak comp the entire year. You know, their playoff route, beating playoff Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, Jarrett Stidham, they're just not doing it for me. I think Kenneth Walker could be a sneaky Super Bowl MVP, the first running back to win it in over 30 years.
See, I couldn't disagree more with that take on the defenses, to be honest. The Patriots have played 3 top 5 defenses so far. It has not been a Mickey Mouse run by any means. And now the Seahawks is the best defense they're going to take on. I don't believe it for a second. The Seahawks are the worst defense the Patriots are going to play in this entire Super Bowl run, and they're going to handle it accordingly, I believe, 100%.
Yeah, I think Drake May, although has been playing okay, hasn't fully beaten the game manager tag that he's been given. So I mean,
horrendous take, Jimmy. Horrendous.
But he's
take.
done just
Absolutely
enough,
horrendous.
so I guess I'll probably go with him for Super Bowl MVP for this game.
The audacity to disrespect Drake May on Drake May Monday, Jimmy, I can't believe it. Drake May is going to make the game-winning plays this Super Bowl. You heard it here first. It's happening.
All right, we'll see what happens. That's all we got for this roundtable today. We're going to send it back to Jameson to showcase what KU basketball game day is all about.
Hey guys, it's KU versus BYU week, so I'm taking you through my week with me to get a look into what it looks like to camp and go to the game. Currently 7 a.m. and we're heading to ESPN's College Game Day before the BYU and KU game at Allen Fieldhouse, which Reese Davis has said is the best place to watch a game on the planet. Okay, we're out here and it's freezing cold.
It is currently 3 degrees outside.
As we were waiting in line, we decided to take a look at what some students said about their game day experience. What time did you guys get up this morning to be here?
Oh, we woke up at like 6:30. We didn't get here till 7.
Okay,
so,
okay.
But I've seen people here get here like 2:30 in the morning.
3 a.m.
And what have you been doing since 3 a.m.?
Mostly sleeping.
Where at? Just on the ground?
Yeah, just in our tent. We had sleeping bags and everything, so you know.
Wow.
We were supposed to get here at like 5:30, but we both fell asleep.
I've been here since 5:45, and so has he, and he's been here since 6.
Have you been camping all week?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I've had like 5 shifts, and it's been all week.
I camped 4 hours yesterday. I done 3.
We've camped for like maybe 6 hours. I camped for 4 hours straight one day.
What are your guys' predictions for today's game?
Well, I'm gonna say KU wins because we are a part of them. But
I like it.
Give me KU 91-83.
80-72 KU.
85-79 KU.
I hope we beat the Mormons by 50. Yeah, 54 wives, 54 points.
And what are you most looking forward to today?
Just the matchup of AJ versus DP, number 1 versus number 2. I think all the media hype's going to be there. It's going to be electric.
Take the words out of there. KU win.
It's going to be peak, like just cinema.
Vibes are absolutely electric here. I'm so excited. ESPN's here. They're on air right now, and everyone is so excited for this game. The thing I love about KU is the atmosphere in the community, and after yesterday, I think everyone, even the hosts of College Game Day, could agree. Here's a little on what they had to say.
This is by far the best college basketball venue in America.
It is, in my view, like a cathedral of basketball. It's a museum that houses the history of the game, but it has a soul.
After college game day, it was game time, so we headed back to Allen at 2 for the game at 3:30. And what a game it was, with the Jayhawks keeping their winning streak up with a win against BYU. I'm just now getting home at 6 p.m., and my busy day has officially ended, and KU has now won their 1,000th game in Allen Fieldhouse. So thanks for tuning in as I went throughout my day. I'm going to see you back in the studio.
What's up, guys? It's Xander Loosefelt here with some of our RunitBack crew, and today we are doing a route tournament. So how this is going to work is we're going to go one-on-one matchups. Everyone's going to get 1 rep at wide receiver or DB. Alright, the first matchup is going to be me versus El Shmoney. Landon's going to be my quarterback, and yes, I'm going to wrap this dude up in a suit. Oh! Boom. All right, I want to be on wide receiver. Blue A2! Blue A2, say go!
This next matchup is between Landon and Johnny. I'm going to be the quarterback.
Ready? Say go.
Oh, we got the route. It's picked off by Christian Gonzalez.
Ready? Say go.
Next matchup, we got Zach versus Michael. Let's get it.
Oh my God.
This is the last matchup of the first round. It's Tyler versus Atakai. Let's get it.
Two.
I'm taking offense, baby. The second round, we got Xander, we got Zach. Let's get it.
Say go. Get that out of here.
Oh, thank you. This is the last semifinal round. It's Landon versus Atakai. Let's go to the finals.
In our finale round, to my left, we have Atakai. To my right, we've got Xander. One-on-one matchup, best of 3. Let's get it. Blue A2, Blue A2. Let's go.
Only one guy can do this. That's me. That's why he's got the jacket on. You don't want it like I do. He's not ready. You don't want this.
Blue A2, Blue A2, set up.
Oh yeah.
Bang.
Don't let scissors.
Blue A2, Blue A2, set go. First of all, I just want to thank my boys, Big Mike, Center from Hogwarts, let's go, Landon. Shout out Bryce Young, baby, shout out. Also, shout out Zach's mom, by the way. And yeah, no, all glory to God, but for real though. What are we doing in the loafers?
All right, well, that's going to do it from us here with the RunitBack crew doing some walk routes. Unfortunately for me, that clip is going to live on the internet forever. I may never get a job based on that clip solely, but that's going to do it for us. Jameson, it's back to you in the studio.
Some surprising athletic skills from our crew, but we should still leave it to the pros. Before we wrap up, we have one more Jayhawk to mention today. Jalea Davis was named Big 12 Freshman of the Week last week for the 4th week in a row, the 5th player in history to accomplish this. That's all we have for today. Heading into next week, more exciting sports updates will just keep rolling in. So make sure you keep checking in at 2 p.m. each Monday. Head over to Playmakers at 12 on Fridays for more sports coverage and Media Crossroads for all our content. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time on Run It Back.